Mac Miller fan as well?
I definitely was. I still am of his music.
Yes.
It hit me harder than any celebrity death has ever hit me, which is very surprising to me because you wouldn't imagine that much soul coming from,
yes,
you know, someone like Mac Miller, which is, you know, it sounds wrong, but
no, I feel it. Like, that's the stigma that people place on him.
Right.
And like, they don't give him an opportunity for the way he looked. And I know a lot of people, like, they underestimated his artistry. And like, I tried to put people on, like, hey, listen to Mac Miller, and they're just like,
too.
Nah, that's the wave you on.
Plus his name wasn't too compelling when it came
Right.
to, you know, Mac Miller sounds like you're trying too hard to some people.
Yeah.
But
there was this deep passionate love for music, for humanity, for life, for everything, like, in him, and that's why I resonated so deeply with him. So, you know, we mourn him, and rest in peace to Mac Miller.
Rest in peace.
But, you know, I really want to get into Zin. Zin is here with me. Zin-Zeta. Is it Zin-Zeta or Zin-Zeta?
Either or.
Zin-Zeta.
Zeta, doesn't matter.
So tell us a little bit about you. Who is Zin-Zeta?
All right, before we get into that, I want to just stay on Mac Miller for a little while.
Oh.
Like just for like a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Watching Movies with the Sound Off
Yes.
is an album he came out in on like 2013.
It was like 2013, yeah.
It's the album was so good.
It was.
From beginning to end that I chose to not listen to any other album of Mac Miller.
Really?
Lest it wouldn't live up to that one. So I'm gonna listen later on in life, but right now, if you have to choose one to listen to just to get to know him, I would suggest Watching Movies with the Sound Off.
Me too, for sure. So that's a great suggestion, because I told you off air that was the album that kind of lanced me towards him musically, and like what really made me want to keep listening to him. But he hasn't disappointed since. I'll tell you that much.
It's funny because how I usually do it, I usually download albums through the web or whatever.
But you purchased this one?
No, I downloaded it illegally. And it was so good that I was like, you know, I have to buy it.
Yes.
So I bought it without opening it because I felt like he was going to die. So I was like, he's probably, you know, going to commit suicide or whatever based on like what the album was saying.
Yeah, it sounded like.
I thought he was going to do it like after that album.
Yeah.
You know? And I was like, I'm just never going to open this. It's so good. So it's actually like in the Best Buy, you know, seal.
Yeah.
And it's also vacuum sealed with the food saver thing. And you know, I called it. Not that you know I'm happy about it, but it's just very sad. It was something that I hope I would be wrong about.
Yeah, and to be honest, after Swimming, if you listen to Swimming, you would see that his mindset had changed. So he was on the up and up.
Was it a real change or was it
no?
A forced change?
It was, because to be honest, no, I feel where you're coming from.
Was he trying to make himself?
He was,
you know, be someone.
But I feel like the overdose, as I said earlier, was a tragic mishandling of drugs. Like, it was a mistake. Like, he was used to getting this high from it, you know what I mean? And he wasn't expecting it to kill him. So it's like, in Swimming, he showed that he was really trying to take care of himself. And with a song titled Self-Care, you know, how much more can we doubt that? And he had a personal friend of his actually confirmed that this was true, that he was at his best and that he's been in months. And he was on Larry Silver, who was it? Larry King, Larry King's show, and he didn't recognize himself. He was on Larry King's show last month, and he saw the picture, and he's like, yo, look at my face. Like, I look messed up. I feel so much better, and I look so much better. So it's just sad. This is why it's super sad that he died so tragically, that it just happened out of nowhere. But tell me about Zin now.
All right. Who's Zin?
I don't know. You tell me. Who is that?
Zin is I, and I am him. Zeta, that, greater, whatever. So Zin is a rapper before anything. He is a music producer. Do you want me to speak in third person right now?
No, you don't have to do that.
All right, so I am
a
rapper before anything. I'm a music producer, engineer. I'm a pianist. I play instruments, and I just love music. You know, I started listening to music when I was a kid. You know, my love for music came from reggae, and not reggaeton, like reggae, like raga reggae, you know, like that Dirtsman, Shabba Ranks, you know, Nardo Ranks.
And you said like Quinito Mendez and stuff.
And Quinito Mendez and, you know, Malafe and, you know, Tulile, and even before that, like Oro Solido, You know,
Oro who?
Fernando Villalona. Who else? All of those guys.
So you're extra Dominican then.
Wait, I have to mention one. Who's my mom's favorite again?
Oh, tell me that thing.
Oh my God.
Was it Raulín?
Nah, it's the super black dude.
Oh, ¿quién es ese?
Y tiene la voz like super deep.
I have no clue which one that
Come
one
on,
is.
huh?
Call mom. Just kidding.
I don't want to use that lifeline yet. But whatever. I'll remember later on. But yeah.
So you're Dominican?
I'm part Dominican, part Colombian.
Oh, word.
Sí.
I would have never guessed.
De Santiago y de Bogotá.
Ay, Santiago and Bogotá, the most like generic DR and Colombia places to be from.
Is it?
I'm from Santiago too, though.
Wait. Well,
like that's the one everybody's from.
Well, my mom's father's from Moca.
Oh yeah.
And my mom's mother supposedly is from Santiago, but we know she's from El Seibo, so that's like the hood. That's like very.
Oh yeah,
poor,
it is.
You know?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, so I don't know.
So like you say, your influences are like reggae and like old school like Dominican merengue bachata, but like your music is on the contraire. So like let's talk about.
I wouldn't say that.
No, you think that is it connected? Like inform me. I don't know.
It contrasts to it. In what way?
So.
Because it has bounce. I love bounce.
Yeah, yeah, I hear that. But like with the content, the substance, because you told me that you're gonna switch it up on your newest project. Substance. But now there's substance in your works that you have given me for today, and we will hear that. But tell me about that a little bit.
Yeah, there are a lot of type of raps, but there's two main types of rap, in my opinion. One is when you focus on flow heavily, and bars and you know, if you focus on flow, it's like you're always gonna sacrifice a little of something when you focus on one thing.
Right.
So I'm a big flow guy. I like to flow.
Yeah.
But I also like, you know, metaphors and punchlines and stuff like that. If you focus on metaphors and punchlines and flow, you're gonna sacrifice a lot of substance a lot of times because you're thinking of one-liners and you're thinking of flows and you're thinking of rhyme schemes. So if you're trying to rhyme like 14 syllables together, then you know you're focused more on getting the rhyme out. Me personally, I still want to make sense, but as far as telling a story, it's just personally it's easier for me to rap about like just trivial stuff, like, you know, smashing or like violence or just mischief, or, you know, it's easier to rap about that when you're trying to flow. But when you're actually telling a story, you're going to reduce the amount of syllables that you rhyme because you're going to go deeper into the story. That's why you have rappers like Eminem and you have rappers like Jay-Z. These are two rappers that are considered the greatest of all time. You know, rightly so. And one has a lot of flow and he rhymes a lot of syllables. And one also does that, but not when he's telling a really deep story. You know, like if you listen to 444 is my favorite Jay-Z album.
That's an amazing album.
Yeah, and that's crazy for me to be able to say that your last album is my favorite and that's your 13th studio album. That is crazy. Yeah. So, you know, that's remarkable. But as far as rhyming goes, you know, his rhyming techniques aren't at all up there, you know what I mean? They're just like he's like rhyming like one syllables like here and there. So,
but he's telling the story as you said,
because you're so, you know, you're delving so deep into that story. Right.
I hear that.
You know, none of that matters.
But I do feel like you're also a storyteller at the same time, because in the song Ask Me, you kind of had an Eminem style and like a switch up at the end where you told a story about being in Guitar Center, and it was like, wait, but you are telling a story and you're not sacrificing rhyme and beat. But the fact that you only did it for that chunk, for that little bit of time, and that says that it is a difficult thing to do. It's saying that you either sacrifice one or the other, like you said.
It's weird. Sometimes, you know, I'm always thinking about the fans, you know? Yeah. Or the, you know, all the fans that I don't have and the supporters that I do have. Yeah. So it's like, I'm always thinking about them, and I'm always thinking about the fact that they are listening to mainstream music predominantly all the time. So I'm not just, even though they know I'm a really great rapper, they still have to listen to something to which they're accustomed, just to be able to lead into that second verse. That's why there's substance in the second one and not too much in the first one. I hear you. And even though the first one is still kind of like, it's not a story, it's like talking to somebody about what I do with you know, her girl or his girl or whatever. And then the second one I get into like a story. But it's because if I would have started it off with the first, there are a lot of people that don't want to think.
They would have checked out.
Especially today. Yeah, it's like I was shopping at Guitar Center, you know, steady mobbing with my squad of spreaders, whatever. That, you know, it's like,
what is
I don't know these. I don't know spreaders. I don't know anything.
Right,
but if I give them the bull crap that they want to hear first, but make it the best bull crap that I could possibly make it, then
you're hooking them in.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, pretty much.
Well, I hear that, but that's why I feel like, you know, you still did it. You still acquired like the comedic satirical rap at the end of that song,
right?
By not sacrificing rhyme and meter and flow and delivery at the end. And I appreciate that. I was like, damn. But there's a thing I wanted to ask you about. What is your demographic? Because you're saying you want to reach the people that are not your fans yet, but you have a following. But are you afraid that in today's turmoil with the Me Too movement and all this stuff, you're going to be like the rapper to not seek for those people?
Most definitely. Well, all right. This song, there's a fun fact about this song, and that is that this dude right here filming me.
What's up, Graph?
So at the end of the song, yeah, Graphic, shout out to Graphic Content at graphic.content on Instagram. He's awesome. So yo, I'm over here in the studio, and I don't know if you heard the whole song. Yeah, you heard the whole song.
I did.
And at the end, it gets very anti-Me Too.
Can we play it real quick and then talk about what you're gonna say? Yeah. I'll play it real quick.
Cool.
Shorty said she was gay. Shorty didn't want to play. That was all yesterday. But ask me what I did today. Yeah, ask me what I did today. Yeah, ask me what I did today. Yeah, but ask me what I did today. Yeah. I threw that in the grave. I threw that in the grave. Yeah, she let me smash anyway. Yeah, she gave me anyway. Yeah, mommy wanna be mine now. Shorty calling me right now. Mommy claiming she buy now. I'm like, wow, buy now. Shorty flashed me the pretty ass, pretty kitty. I might crash with your biddy. It is about to get litty. Your clucking chicken be a fiend. Bust it open like a SWAT team. Chubby Polar make a thought scream. Plug a hole into the sour cream. She dripping up on the balls. Cloud9, she done grew wings. She gon' be dubbing your calls. Sorry. Voicemail after 2 rings. Now you salty, all up in your feelings. Got you calling up for 50 minutes. She'll call you back that you know you tweaking. Knowing damn well a chick leaking. But you should be thanking me. Fact. I send her back in a good mood. I give her money for takeout. Have you thinking she done cooked food? You like, damn girl, you stepped it up. She like, thanks, I thought I'd switch it up. When all she did was drop 50 bucks at the Spanish spot after drinking. What the f is you talking about? Listen, f is you talk? Niggas can't say shit to the squad. What you thought? Listen. Yo, my arm cutting you off. Arabic fabrics, mine cut from that cloth. Shorty said she was gay. Shorty didn't want to play. That was all yesterday. But ask me what I did today. Yeah, ask me what I did today. Yeah, ask me what I did today. Yeah, but ask me what I did today. Yeah. I threw that in the grave. I threw that in the grave. Yeah, she let me smash anyway. Yeah, she gave me anyway. Yeah, mommy wanna be mine now. Shorty calling me right now. Mommy claiming she buy now. I'm like, wow, buy now. So I was shopping at Guitar Center, steady mobbing with the squad of spreaders. She was watching from afar. I let her watch me show off, being a large spender. Mad hard Jaguar fenders, extended warranties, bag 'em up. 30 grand for a smart vendor. That commission gon' be adding up. Back to the chick I've been checking out, who been checking me out as I was checking out. She a bad mother, shut your mouth. I'm a bad mother, shut your mouth. Seen that through the leggings, had to make a move before heading out. Took a while to get the hello out, but then she smiled and I mellowed out. The name's Zeta, but they call me Zin. Meet the wolves, yo, they always win. If you finna hang, got the Sprinter van, baby, let me know if you getting in. Fast forward, backseat, bumping B.I.G. Girl, you looking young, I need a CID. She said, nah, I just eat really right. Crazy thing is, I was born when Biggie died. You know I pulled out the biggie, right? Had my hanging like a slinky, right? What you do? I'm a bartender. So what you doing at Guitar Center? Well, I play the drums, I be on my rock. But I was trying to cop a Glock and spill with 3 octaves. Okay, that's cool, you play the Glock too? Nah, that's for my girlfriend who's in my rock group. Wait, so what you mean, that's like your bestie? No, that's my girlfriend, I'm lesbian in my car. Why are you in my car? Well, I mean, you offered me a ride, and my God, I said, nah. Look at you, and look at us. All my about to
You're wild.
Well, all right.
So tell me what you were gonna tell me about that song real quick.
All right, so the fun fact is at the end, when I like toward the end when I'm like saying, you know, this girl said this and I said this,
right.
like, you know, when it starts getting to the she's lesbian in my car, whatever, I was freestyling that point because it wasn't finished yet. So I'm like, in my car, why are you in my car? Well, I mean, you offered me a ride, and my God. I'm like, nah, look at you and look at us. And then I was thinking, because, you know, that there's a song with Lil Wayne and 2 Chainz that is called Look at You and Look at Us. All my is rich as F.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I'm like, look at you, look at us. And I'm like, all my about the F. And that was a joke. That wasn't going to be the way the story went. The way the story was going to be.
But it was funny.
It doesn't matter. But the point is, I come out the booth. And this dude Graphic and I think Toph, he's shouts to Topher, he's a very prestigious photographer and videographer.
Shout out to Topher.
Yeah, he's cool. He just had a baby. Shout out to Courtney, cutest thing ever. And I have a daughter and I'm still saying that. But yo, so I have ADD too.
It's cool.
But yeah, so I come out the booth and I think it's Toph and Kamal and Graphic and they're just like fire. And I'm like, no, that's not how it's gonna be. And Graphic is like, no, leave it like that. Just, and I'm like, dude, that I'm like, I am not a rapist, you know that, right? And he's like, nah, all my about the like, I'm like, dude, that's not how it happened.
Yeah.
He's like, doesn't matter. So I'm like, you know, the Me Too movement is real right now, right? He's like, just put it at the end of the mixtape. I'm like, wow. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna trust you on this one. But
so you were thinking about the naysayers at the end of that. Of
course. That's crazy, yo.
It is.
I think about my sisters.
Yeah.
And like my cousins and stuff like that. And it's like, I don't want them to hear me perpetuating these things.
Right.
You know, we're in 2018. Like, we don't want any GBs going on like that. Like, forced GBs.
But I feel like words are, I mean, there's something else. It's poetic thing. Like, it's you're definitely. And it's also jokes.com because it's like, I was cracking up when I heard this entire song. Like, what? This is, so the rest is true. Everything else is true except for the ending?
Well, yeah, I told you it was true when the mics are off. But, nah, it's all good. But yo, soft hands. But yo,
you want
So yeah, I mean, I don't even remember what I was saying, to be honest.
No, just like perpetuating, you know, the message that you sent at the end and how you were already intrinsically or like in your mind, you knew that this was going to be wrong to even put out, but you still did.
Yeah. You know what? I'll tell you this much. I am an author and a poet and whatnot.
Right.
So, you know, this is just art, you know what I mean? There are authors out there, and I say this all the time. You have people like James Patterson, you have people like Stephen King who talk about murdering people and stuff like that. And these stories are crazy, you know? Like if you read something like Season of the Machete or Cat and Mouse, or these women are getting raped out there and killed, and man, these people don't do that in real life.
No, absolutely
not.
So
it's like, why is it always rappers who get that, you know, criticism hard? You can hear the same stuff in rock music, you know, because I'm a big 90s rock guy, and I grew up on like Offspring and Metallica, and you know, a lot of, you know, even though Marilyn Manson got slack for that, but but I don't know, I feel like rappers, they just get it the worst, you know. And we all know why we get it the worst, you know. I shouldn't have to say that at this point.
No.
But so, you know, at the end of the day, I'd rather be like me, when I'm talking about it and I'm not doing it, than be like some, you know, I'd rather be like me than, you see how Charlemagne, how he's like, you know, very pro Me Too and all this stuff like that. But then you hear stories about him and it's like, yo, bro.
Are you practicing what you're preaching?
You know, you're not, dude. And you're slick because you brought up all this stuff when you probably knew that allegations were coming up,
right? So
that it can all counter. You know, you're a smart dude, and you know, I still mess with Charlemagne. I still like what he did for a lot of people, but it's just certain things that it's like, come on,
I feel you.
You know,
like so like the guilty are actually actively trying to hide their guilt by putting out these messages of like positivity and like, I'm on your side. But then the people that are innocent, like, you know, you write a couple rhymes just telling a story and people are like, yo, what's wrong with you? Like, you know, what's going on today in the world?
Yeah.
I'm not like, I can appreciate art in that manner. So that's why I give you like your props for writing music like this, because it's like you're not sacrificing.
And we've gotten into it about these things before, like the Me Too movement. And
yeah,
like
I remember on your Facebook.
I was right in that argument, but I feel like even though I'm messing with you, but so
it was a good argument.
People like you,
we can banter.
So yeah, so in regard to people like you listening to my music, I'm always fearful that you're gonna take it as something more than art, you know. Of course it's gonna have to do with real life. It's gonna be based on real life situations, right? It doesn't mean, but it's based on real stuff. It's not, doesn't mean it's the true story. Yeah,
right. All right, so let's move on to the next song, Boss. You sent me a couple songs. Let's see if we could get through all of them.
Yeah, this is a freestyle. This is a freestyle. So I didn't make this beat. I made the last beat. I didn't do this one.
Okay. And you have your production company.
Yeah, Zetaphore Productions, established 2010. If you need a beat, engineering, holla.
Word.
My boy Freshman Yurr is on this. Yes. He is on the second verse.
He's nice too.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Yurr.
This is Boss by Zin-Zeta and Freshman Yurr.
The bag holding 80 grand. Honey trying to make a quick buck, but these bands won't make a dance. My money ain't for no strip club. I'm investing in blessings. Bitcoins, got 7. I'm putting all my brethren. SpreadderGang, my weapon. Listen. S rank, high class. CG, high fashion. I'm booking flights with my bad bitch. She looking like a Kardashian. Her butt size is gargantuan. I beat it up with no gloves on. I bust thighs like a savage and ski on her like the love's gone. I give her a spoon to scrape it up. She gon' swallow all the Zetas. My ex came through, shaking up high. Break it up, break it up, break it up. Zeta's a one-woman man now. They is the one, you can stand down. I pray that you come across the king fit to deal with a ton of your schemes. Strict, I'm leveling up every day. You can see that I'm straight. You should peep my state. You can deny and hate, but soon I'll be right with Jay. I beeline escape. The top dog passing them felines who wait. My Z9 a race with speed bar, you pace it. Decline state is deep fried. I'm baked, but keep trying my patience. You need a bag, well I need a duffel. Big plates, how you eat when you hustle. Lift the weight to maintain my muscle. I'm in the building like Russell Simmons, winning. She ain't here when you struggle. Tripping, she don't love you. You tricking on a bubble. Catch you whipping in the range though. Getting head from a strange. You get no brain like a scarecrow. Watch the gang glow. Chain glow like a rainbow. You and me ain't the same, no. Toe to toe, dope for dope. Leave you John Doe's on the same, bro. Legendary, you more obituary. My girl Mariah Carey with Halle Berry. She crazy sexy when it comes to that Becky. I be sipping Dos Equis. She be kissing her bestie. Got us both feeling freaky. Yeah, I'm invested in them strip clubs. I've been had them strippers. My suggestion and my profession is move like a spindle.
You ain't talking about nothing, I ain't got no time.
Skirt!
Zetaphore Productions.
Do we have a problem? Gang here, I ain't gotta call them. Chrome 4-5s, yeah we brought them. They checked you at the door, but we got them. So do we have a problem? Do we have a problem? I asked, do we have a problem? All my niggas here, I ain't gotta call them. Your boy Zin's in the house. You ain't got no wins in my house. I get it in, dish it out. Tapping chin, split his mouth. I heard you had a problem, probably, cause I'm stacking hundreds by the columns. Poppy, I could throw some money on your squadron. Couple dozen have them running with no drawers on. So who the f you calling? We war ready, already warring. We draw semis, calls frenzy often. Leaving hearts heavy, more Henny pouring. Listen, do we have a problem? Gang here, I ain't gotta call them. Chrome 4-5s, yeah we brought them. They checked you at the door, but we got them. So do we have a problem? Do we have a problem? I asked, do we have a problem? All my niggas here, I ain't gotta call them. We got a problem. Pull it out, let it like a condom. Your mom's spouse should've left you in the condom. Jesus, you ain't even worth being godson. I'll catch a homie on him. Catch me outside, it's murder. I go Bobby on him. Believe in your babe till I her. Big had faith, Pac popped her. DTA, you a juice. GTA, how I do this. Real life, no computer, no. I stomped you out before. Rebooting, crazy. Do we have a problem? Gang here, I ain't gotta call them. Chrome 4-5, yeah, we brought them. They checked you at the door, but we got them. So do we have a problem? Do we have a problem? I asked, do we have a problem? All my niggas here, I ain't gotta call them.
So with this one, that was Gang Here by Zin-Zeta and SpreadderGang. All of them was on there?
No, Freshman Year again was on that.
So you had a little controversy with that one. Tell me about that.
Okay, so do you believe in coincidences?
Sometimes, depend.
Okay.
Depends.
I believe in no coincidences.
Bomb!
All right, so, you know, obviously there's some coincidences here and there, but when you have too many coincidences, it gets very sus.
Yeah.
Suspect, for those who don't know, is suspicious or suspect, which means the same thing in that. Whatever. So, so I put out this this song called Gang Here. It's lit. Everybody likes it. It gets like what, like 1 million, 2 million, whatever, something on SoundCloud and Spotify and all that stuff. So we're very proud because we finally got a song that did numbers like that. And then that song, then out of nowhere, you see, like, then people start sending me this video of Casanova, you know, and Graf, you might have to help me with the story because I have a bad memory, but you know, we see Casanova pretty much doing what I did in a video where it's like he's doing like my mannerisms. He's like stomping on the floor and he has a hoodie on, and
there was a similar hook.
And then the hook was like mad similar. It's like, you know, do we have a problem?
Right.
You know, son. It was just like nudge. So their rhymes came at an earlier, you know, but rappers know what they're doing. Like you could take a song and just nudge where the lyrics go and, you know, claim it as your own. But it was just way too many similarities. We contacted the artist involved in the making of that song and his manager and whatnot, and they just like denied that it sounded similar.
Wow.
And that's what annoyed me, because I'm like, you know, you could tell me,
at least acknowledge it.
Yeah, acknowledge that it sounds similar. You could even lie to me and say that was a coincidence. But don't say it doesn't sound similar, because that's when, you know, I get annoyed, and then, you know.
And it happens like really frequently where artists, like, they see something and they're like, oh, wait, this person's not out there yet. Let me steal their flow, their
yeah, definitely.
chorus, their hooks.
That happens a lot. Let me tell you guys, if you an up and coming artist and you hear songs, and then like if there ever times where you make something up and you think that serendipitously somebody else created something that sounds similar, they might have gotten that from you. You know, it's like these people, the new A&Rs, they're just regular people like looking for stuff to steal and giving it to their artists to remain relevant.
So let me ask you what you're doing now. Are you protecting your music that you put up on social media? Because, you know, anybody can just grab it. You put hashtags and stuff, you share it, and these artists can acquire that stuff. So
yeah, it's well, my stuff is copywritten.
Yeah.
But, you know,
nothing else can protect you from, like, if they create a record that sounds harshly similar to yours.
Yeah, it's pretty much what you said.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Wow. So,
you know, it's all like, if you have money, then you can pay to fight stuff. If you don't, then unfortunately you don't. I mean, I have money, but I don't have, like, you know, industry money. So.
Right. So you don't have that on your side, that like back.
That's all
but
good.
That sucks. But what can you do but work, continue working and putting out these projects? And
yeah,
speaking of projects, you got FUX.
Oh yeah, I have the FUX tape coming out soon. Oh, and that all right, so what I usually do, all the songs you guys have heard today, they lack substance, like true substance. They don't involve my real life story, you know, too much. Well, I mean, there are a lot of true stories in here, but it's not, you know, there's still a lot of like unimportant stuff, you know. It's not like memorable, you know, it's not really like meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
But in my actual mixtape and albums, you know, you get a lot of, you know, real stuff. So if you're interested in that, you know, you have to get the mixtape. I don't really like giving that stuff for free. So usually in the intros, you know, in the first couple tracks, or just scattered all throughout, everything is just very real. Like, and this one's gonna be very real as far as like my relationship goes and stuff, like, and everything up until this point, I've been very polygamous.
Yeah.
This is like the first mixtape where I'm gonna mention monogamy a lot, and try to make it sound as cool as possible, because we all know that ain't cool. But so yeah, so just if you want to get the realness, then you have to buy the mixtape. Where can they find you? Social media handles and all that. Instagram is at zin.zeta. That's Zin-Zeta. YouTube Zin-Zeta, ZIN-ZETA, or just ZIN-ZETA. You'll find a lot of my videos there. Cool. So I want to give a few shout outs. My boy Tom Ford, one of the very cool people that I know. Oh yeah, you know him. He was here. Yeah, that's my best friend. Oh, that's dope. That's good to know. But yeah, he's awesome. And I get very inspired by him, because I just feel, I feel like, Tom, if you're listening, I feel like you could do a lot more with your life, and just get up and do stuff, Who else? The whole SpreadderGang. I mean, yeah, Topher, SpreadderGang, Young Cutta, start rapping, please. Freshman Yurr, my right hand man, Kris, Byrd. Shout out to the whole SpreadderGang. Y'all all talented. Like, I'm really glad to have Zin here finally. I know he's like, I should have been the first one on your show, but at least you're here now, and I appreciate your time. Yeah. And now that you mentioned SpreadderGang, I actually wanted to end the show with What's the Mode? Because y'all all went hard on that song. And like, it sounds like you use video game production there. Did you like video game samples? I use video game production a lot. A lot? Samples a lot, yeah. Tell me a little bit about that before we go. The sample for this one was... this one was... You nerd. No, just kidding. I wouldn't have gotten caught with that. But yeah, that's a sample. I bet. So we're going to get into it. Also, one last thing, another plug. You've been searching for female rappers and MC to get on a future project. God, yes. All I'm saying is, look, to be honest, I'm not up there, but I could get on that with you. All right. This better be something that you're not just saying. I'm not just saying it. I swear. Like, can we sign a contract right now? Yeah, we can sign it. Let's get it popped. We just handshook for people that can't see us and can only hear us. Nah, but for real, because I feel like... Oh, do you accept ghostwriting? I will. I mean... You don't have if I'm not gonna get attacked for it later on. If you want to see like what I can write on my own, then I'll show you it. If you I wish we would have gotten into ghostwriting. Oh my god! Oh, say a little something about it, because we're already over time, but nobody's here yet. All right, look, ghostwriting. Look. All right, I'm gonna tell y'all this. Hip hop is based on lyrics and flows and originality and individuality and solidarity. No, but seriously, it's not a singing thing, Right. If I have a song called I Will Always Love You by Dolly Parton and Whitney Houston bodies it, she didn't write it, but she sang it way better than Dolly Parton. That's wherein the talent lies when it comes to singing. But when it comes to rapping, it's just based on being real. Right. I cannot respect you if you use ghostwriters. That's just what it is. I don't want to hear that, it's one thing if you credit the ghostwriters, it's whatever. Rap isn't supposed to be like that, and you're not going to tell me, don't bring up Eazy-E, don't bring up Dr. Dre, don't bring up any of these dudes to me, like if I'm supposed to respect them or disrespect them because of ghostwriters, because none of them are my favorite rappers. You're never going to be my favorite rapper if you don't write your own stuff. Right. I'm not talking about a hook. I'm not talking about 1 line, 2 lines max on a 16. I'm talking about like full verses. Like if you have a reference track, like a reference track for a hip hop song is ridiculous. Why are you rapping if you have someone rapping the whole verse, or even 60%, even 50% of the verse? There's just no honor in that to me as a rapper. Stop acting like you like top 5 or top whatever. Just be real about it. There's a lot more. This is one of those things that compel people to ask me questions, especially if they're against the topic, because it's a popular belief that it's okay to ghostwrite these days. So if you have any questions, if we have more time, then you could ask me.
Well, this is why as soon as you brought up, are you okay with ghostwriting? I'm like, because then my credibility is shot with, although I'm not an artist, right?
No,
but
right.
I do write poetry. So it's like, I have done that before.
I love that you asked me that question.
So it's like, it's not okay if I allow you to, unless you said like, I give you credit.
I like that you asked me that question because, okay. So let's just bring up names. Like Drake had Quentin Miller, right? You know, you have Wu-Tang members, right? You have like Rough Riders. You have all these people.
Right.
If Styles P writes a whole verse for Jadakiss, let's say they do a back and forth, but Styles P wrote the whole thing. I don't take anything away from Jada because these are people that really know each other. That they are friends before artists.
He's not paying him to do it.
They're friends before rappers. Yeah, right. He's not just, that's not his job to write for Jadakiss.
I hear that.
He probably did it out of, the strength because like I love Jada. I'm gonna write for him.
Yeah. For
free. When you have somebody like Drake and Quentin, when you're paying somebody $5,000 a month, knowing you make millions off these hits, knowing you make history off these hits, knowing you are gaining new people's respect like me, off somebody else's bars, and you don't really know the dude, and then you fabricate a whole story when it comes out, like, okay, yeah, I did receive ghostwriting, no, I didn't, it's like,
that's where the line is crossed.
Yeah, it's like, so it's different. Like, I know you, and this is gonna sound sexist, but it is sexist, but I've grown up, just Lauryn Hill had ghostwriters, Foxy Brown. There is not one woman MC that I know of who, doesn't have ghostwriters, except now Nicki Minaj, who's claiming Safari never wrote for her, which, that's to people to believe.
Yeah,
that's
word.
To, so that's kind of the reason why I'm okay with women.
Yeah.
But I'm also okay with that because women don't usually strive to be rappers.
Well,
how about it's like so if I'm asking you, that's different. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? You're not going around
saying, "Hey, write this for me."
Yeah, you're not saying go write this for me, and you're not claiming to be the #1 rapper, or you're not trying to be up there. Like,
is it because you have an expectation for the person that you want on the music, like the person that you want, the female MC or the singer that you want on this new project? You have a certain expectation, and you want to kind of mold it to your liking. Is that why you want to write it?
I feel like I was supposed to create the first Cardi B. It was supposed to be me. I always wanted to make a woman version of Zin.
Yeah.
Just reckless, like, talking down on dudes, just very unapologetic. I do this, and I don't love them. I just do this, and I make money, and just very proud of herself, everything in everything she does as a woman. To talk about even go deeper, like making songs about like her time of the month, or or making songs about like, I don't know, like let's say a tampon gets stuck in there and she didn't realize it till like the next month. Because things like these happen.
Yeah. The hard-hitting issues that are real life stuff, real life substance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I hear that. So.
But they beat me to it. But I still have other ideas.
I got you.
So it's like if I'm looking for you to ghostwrite for you, it's not the same to me as if you're just looking for a paycheck and you're looking for people to write your stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'm asking you if you would really do it. I know you brought it up first, but when you brought it up, I was very excited.
Yeah.
I was going to bring it up to you before.
Word?
I was actually going to pay you.
No, you don't have to.
No. Seriously. I was going to ask you a while ago. You could ask him to. What was I going to pay her to do before?
What was it, Graph?
The Rap Genius?
Yeah. I was going to pay you, since I love the way you write, to write my lyrics out on Rap Genius.
Oh, word? I could definitely
And I was going to give you I'm not going to say what I was going to give you. But it was going to be like a good amount. I didn't know what you do. I was going to ask you what you do and base it like off what you did and what I felt like you deserve for each, because I think that's very important.
Yeah.
And I'm like lazy sometimes.
It's cool. I mean, if you still want to work, we can. And I'm always down for like whatever cause and to support in any way possible. And we're friends. So, I can always be there for like whatever project you need me for. In terms of like ghostwriting, it's like I have a pride when it comes to that. So it's like you know, I do trust that you are nice with the skill, like, you know what I mean? Right. But if I'm gonna be on something, then it has to be authentically me and without question, you know.
Then that's fine. Writing. But if it's trash, I'm gonna let you know it's trash, and it's not getting on the track.
So this is why we got to do a practice run, and then if you think it's trash, you can write for me. How about that?
No. If I think it's trash, I can use your lyrics that you've written
and make it better,
and
refine
just change the flows, and
that's okay.
Then that'll still be. Then it could be like a 50-50 thing.
That's okay.
Yeah,
that's okay with me. So
I'm very honest with my
No, I don't mind that. I'm not gonna get offended. Like if anything, that's gonna be my growth. Because I've always thought, yo, I want to be a musician. Like, I know that I have talent. I know that I can sing. I know that I can rap to a certain extent. Like I do have a flow. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I am interested in this.
You're very Dominican. So
I am very.
I love that.
So Dominicana, like primo. Pero sí, yeah. Let me play the last song. Thank you so much, Zin, for being here today. And this was an amazing episode because like you're very profound. You have a lot of things to say. You have a lot of opinions to give. And, you know, I appreciate you for that. And I appreciate your music. I appreciate your artistry. So thank you for being in space with me today. And until we meet again, my friend.
Until we meet again.
Say goodbye to the listeners. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah. I appreciate that thing you did about Japan. Because
did you use it?
I plan on using it. Yes. And just so you know, your show is at 3 o'clock.
Yes.
Your name is Sanji. Sanji means 3 o'clock in Japanese.
What?
Oh, I know Japanese. I don't know if you know
lying.
Hontoni, really. Hontoda.
Oh my God.
Yeah, seriously.
My mind just like bursts. So, arigato gozaimasu.
Do itashimashite.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
Ching ching nami nami kudasai.
Oh my gosh. He watched a lot of anime growing up, people.
That's facts, but that's not how I know Japanese.
Zin, one more time, your Instagram and all that good stuff, please.
Instagram at Zin-Zeta, that's ZIN dot or period ZETA, and the other one is at Zetaphore Productions, ZETAPHORE Productions.
Thank you so much. And again, this is What's the Mode by SpreadderGang and Zin-Zeta.
Shouts to Leon Tiller.
Don't be knocking on the door of the trap house. We got chicken, we got raw in the trap house. Say they be knocking on the door of the trap house. Chopper stash under the floor of the trap house. Hey, what's the mode? Tell me what's the mode? Live by the code, all a nigga know. What's the mode? Tell me what's the mode? Live by the code, that's all that a nigga know. I work for me, a boss I don't need. See me, I'd rather get it with the guys on the streets. These other niggas, they be speaking lies on these beats. What you pay to lease your whip, I could buy it in a week. I said, wait a minute, get a coffin, lay a minute. I get paid to get it. Got on this track and say that did it. Said chase a chicken. I'm in the trap with naked women. I'm just playing with it, playing with it, playing with it. This is SpreadderGang. My niggas too strong in this bitch. Ain't no discounts. We don't take no coupons in this bitch. We got biddies getting litty, breaking futons in this bitch. Flip a Mickey, strap a Jimmy, I go neutron in this bitch. Ayy, need a bad bitch, white, black, red, yellow. Only eat the if it tastes like amaretto. If a ever see me, then he better show respect. Catching wreck, get my Nike tech, bitch, I'm hoodie mellow.
Knocking at the door at my trap house. I get in it till I cash out. I get it and I dash out. Drastic measures, then I'ma go the mask route. If I go broke, then I'm guns and the mask out. I let it fly, go dumb till I pass out. Every day I'm getting it, I'm hustling. Even though it's hot on the block, I'm still bubbling. Take a loss, we come back with another win. Give them a Zetaphore, man, I'm feeling like another Zin. Ride on them till a nigga need another brim. I'm a boss with it, better know who they with. Trap on the road, just in the Sprinter. Quarter on the block, in a pound. 100 mind, Pennywise, he a clown. Go watch, bust it down by the drown.
Don't be knocking on the door of the trap house. We got chicken, we got raw in the trap house. Say they be knocking on the door of the trap house. Chopper stash under the floor of the trap house. Hey, what's the mode? Tell me what's the mode? Live by the code, all a nigga know. What's the mode? Tell me what's the mode? Live by the code, that's all that a nigga know.
You knocking on my door for? Better wait patiently in that corridor. I got 8 to that plus dog food. Cost you a little 4-door. What you need? I got trees, buy a weed. Lucy, you see, I got nicotine. All my shit pack a punch, got them sipping lean. Them Zans got a nigga slump, you won't hear a peep. You mean?
I need a dolly for the work I get. Just to pass my only comp and I heard he vexed. Now I got his young Dottie trying to serve me next. A young Dottie named Molly with the perky set. She said she wanna be all mine. Game like she working out a jawline. All she need is the web or coke, she be online. Nuts, we gon' for a long time, so don't be nervous.
We be in the halls in the trap house flipping. She whipping the raw in the trap house kitchen. Let me know, you need more? I'ma get it. No, y'all, then they better have my chicken. What's the mo? Tell me what's the mo? I got it for the low. They knockin', they cop and go. You need to mow, they need to mow. Now we talking flow, pounds and kilos, so better have my dough. I am on deck, Molly's and Zanny's by the boat. Now once she see me trapping, now her panties getting soaked. I just kill, feel like I had to huddle rope, strangling her throat. Now that heart beating slow. Snitch, I'm catching rats, I put traps by the dose, traps by the hoes. Cats keep it close. You whacked out a road, you get cast as a ghost. Snatch out a soul for a pack, that's the mode.